Hello, Felicia.
Hello. Is this Ben?
It is.
Okay.
So, Zalman, how did you make out with your PO to Drew?
Yeah, we got it to him. So when I emailed it to him, the sheet, and it was shipped to us. Now what we did not figure out was how to receive it yet. I mean, we just tried to play with it a minute ago, and I think we probably forgot exactly what to do. So
Okay.
maybe you can start off by walking us through that.
Yeah, I'm going to make you the presenter, so you can do this on your screen, and I'll just try to walk you through it.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to have to show your screen. I think there might be a pop-up. I asked for keyboard and mouse. I'll try not to use it, but just in case I need to, I asked for it.
Does he deny or?
Do I deny? Yeah.
No, don't. Yeah, no, accept it.
Give control or deny? Put it.
No, give control, but I'm not going to use control.
Okay.
I won't use control unless you say I'm stuck or something, and then I'll have it.
Okay.
So now you should be able to show your screen. There we go. Cool.
All right.
So now I can see you.
Oh, I need to go into the
So if you jump into iPoll, yeah.
Into what? Oh, right here. No, that's not. Where am I going?
Into Inventory Pro Online. So what is it? dev.cisssltd.com/test_Gwinnett.
Well, if he just had it, and he just go back to that, or does he really have to go back and do it the way you just said? Is there a difference?
I'm not. I don't think I understand the question, Felicia. I'm just saying, go back. Just get to the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Usually we use Chrome. Do you have Chrome at all?
Yeah, we just had it though. I'm just gonna go back. I've been pulling up the link through what you sent me, so I'm just gonna go back to my emails and just pull it up that way.
mm-hmm. The last one, the first one you sent to me. Can you see that screen?
I can. Perfect.
All right. So when it came in, all right. So what I should have done was when we're trying to receive the orders when they come in, what would be the first step?
If you go under orders,
okay,
and then purchase orders, the second one, yeah, there you go. I think it's that 002 one. So if you click on that, yeah, and then click on line items. Okay.
Okay.
So if you look on the right, upper right, and with those buttons, you'll see receive. Yeah.
What about the one below? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's the exact same button.
Okay.
So you can cancel out of that and press the other button if you want. But yeah, so what this basically does is it just populates the receiving grid. And there's really nothing to do here except possibly change the location. I don't know if we need to make locations for Snellville yet or not. Probably we do.
Well, I thought we already had that established. Oh.
I mean locations in Snellville. So you could have like closet 1, closet 2, or location A1, A2, A3. You know, I don't quite know what your layout is for. I mean,
Snellville office, when the product comes in or when items come in, they normally store it in the attic. That's where we keep our excess stuff.
oh, okay.
And then the attic, things get pulled from the attic into the exam rooms, and then people fill their exam rooms from.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you click, if you were looking at, you were just on those 3 dots there to the right of the dock. If you click that, that'll show us all the locations you have in Snellville. Yeah, there's only dock. So let's go ahead and receive it to dock, and then we can make an attic location. Or, I mean, you could, do you want to, I don't know, if we want to put it in the attic, let's create the attic location first. So why don't you cancel out of this? Yeah, just cancel out of this. And then if you go to inventory, up at the top, and then see where it says locations under warehouses there? There you go. So what you want to do is add new location, yeah. There's a button over on the right. And you can just call it attic. The very top line.
On the location?
Yeah. And then, you know, I don't know if you want to put a description to it or not, like primary location or attic, or, you know, you don't really need to give it a description, but we have a field there, so if you wanted to give it a description, you could.
Yeah.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
So do you have any other locations? Like I thought you just said you had like surgical rooms or exam rooms or something like that?
Yeah, we do have, but the inventory, the rooms are really not going to be. Those are just, you know, you have to have stuff in your rooms because that's what you pull from, but that's not where our major source of storage is going to be. The storage space is going to be the attic. Or
I guess
in Snellville office case now, maybe in Loganville we don't have an attic. It would be, we do have a storage closet where we put everything, and then from there, then the medical assistants will pull from whatever supplies they needed from the storage closet to fill their rooms, to fill their cabinets and whatever.
Okay, so when I guess the question becomes when they move it from the attic to the exam room, do you consider it like consumed at that point? Like
yes.
you no longer want to keep track of where it is?
Yes, because it would be possible to keep track of. Out of the attic, I would consider it gone. That product's used.
Okay, that works. I was just trying to make sure, because if you wanted to keep track of what's in each exam room, then we would have to make locations. Yeah, and then locate.
We're drilling down way too specific. Yeah, we're not trying to be that drill down to that.
Yeah, that's fine. It is simpler this way. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, this is nice and simple. Okay. So if you go back to orders and purchase orders, and you click on that second one.
This one?
Yep. And then you do line items again. And then you click receive. Yeah. That's okay. So just click that blue receive stock page. Yeah, that guy. Okay. Now, if you click the 3 ellipses next to doc, we should get a pop-up box that shows us attic. Cool. So now you can pick attic. Okay. And all you have to do is click save. And now you've
okay.
A little bit, yeah. So if we click back on inventory, oh wait a minute. Did we clicked receive, right?
Yeah, I thought we did.
Yeah, let's click receive again. I'm a little bit confused by this. Yeah, yep. Okay. And I'm not quite sure why we needed to click receive twice there, but it must be the first one was a save and the second one actually did the receive. So what you want to get are those 2 or 3 statuses where it says items received, purchase order complete. And I don't know, are you going to want to print labels or not?
What's the purpose?
If you want to put barcode labels on the product, well, go ahead and click print labels, and it'll show it. Yeah, that's okay. It'll show you here what the label looks like. So if you click on that label button, yep. Whoops, this is big. Yeah. So if you scroll down, yeah, see, it prints out a barcoded.
So that's going to be a page. That would print out a whole page, right?
Yeah, we can make it like a smaller, like 1" by 2" label or something like that. I mean, you might not need them, but it's an option, if you want to put barcodes on your products.
Well, yeah, I'm actually thinking I may want to do that. Not this big.
Oh, right. We would shrink it down.
Yeah.
Actually,
for like when I have my product stored in the attic, I'm thinking of putting barcodes on the shelves so that when somebody, when they take the product from the shelf, they can click it saying that that's one gone. They
right.
click the barcode on the shelf and that's one gone. So that's kind of like that's what my mind is right now.
Okay, so if you click the back arrow to go back, and then click the back button, and then if you let's see, where is it? If you click on inventory and then locations again, I want to try to show you the location labels. Yeah. See where it says label right there to the left of attic and dock? Down on those 2 lines? Yeah, click that. This is a more reasonable sized label. Okay, so that would be a location label that you could print and put, we could put it on a peel and stick piece of paper, and then you can stick it somewhere so that you can scan it.
What is this scan telling me, though? What is that?
That barcode, see, that attic above it is the human readable.
So that means the barcode just means attic.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not saying what item it is.
Yeah, that's not what I need as far as I need a barcode for each item.
Okay.
So that I can
put it
on my shelf under the item so that, when they take the item, then they can scan it, and then that's how we all know that one's been taken.
Okay. Okay. So if you close this window, and then you go inventory item master list, yep, there you go. Now, see how there's another label to the left of all of those item IDs? So if you click any of those, that'll create a label for your item. So go ahead and click one.
Perfect.
Okay. So you can go through, and we can print all these out, and then you can put them above. Yeah, exactly. Like a 1 by 2 or a 2 by 3. You have to let us know what.
You can't. Is there a way to do like a whole bunch of them and print the whole sheet, the whole sheet of them? Yeah,
we can. I'm going to drive for a sec.
As a matter of fact, if y'all can just print all these out and send them to me, that'd be perfect.
Well, we could do that, but I think there's probably a report in here.
Okay.
Are you going to always use PO?
I think usually, the answer is usually.
Okay.
There will be instances where, there we go, warehouse locations. See that report right there? So if we click this, well, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. The answer to your question, though, is we can print them out. Yeah, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. But we can give you a report that will print out all of the locations. And we can format it for like Avery labels. So if you have, you know, a 1x2 sheets of labels, you know, and we know the format, we'll format it to that Avery sheet. You know what I mean? Here, let me drive a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be awesome. So then you need something to scan it. Or
well, that's it. They would send it. You know, we get the system.
Oh, okay.
We embody it.
Oh, okay.
So and that would be probably part of what we. I mean, there's no fee for that part of it.
That would be necessary.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, you have to get more jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Templates, probably. Here we go. That's not really what I wanted. Who knew Avery had so many products? Makes sense. But they have sheets. You know, they're kind of like these. They have sheets with like white labels on them. You know, like you'd put on a file folder.
Right. Yeah. Felicia was just explaining it to me, so I think I got that part. But yeah, that would be very beneficial for us if you guys could do that for us. That portion, take that off my plate.
Right. Right. See, these are more. We're getting closer. Actually, you know, I could probably go to Google. Yeah, here you go. See this right here?
Okay.
Okay.
So Felicia, if you go and or Zalman for that matter too, you know, if you look at all of the, or you can go to Staples and just look what they have for inventory, and then tell us which format, you know, which one you picked, because each one of these has a number. You know, they have Avery numbers.
Size and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's we're not there yet, but yeah, okay. That's I'm glad to know that we watching there.
So, because in general, if you were going to print labels like all the time, I'd recommend getting a roll printer, a Zebra printer that prints one label at a time. But I don't see you needing that piece of hardware. We can, you're only going to print these labels once, or maybe,
right,
you know, once a year maybe.
Yeah.
And then we can print them out in a batch on these sheets, and you can print them on a regular printer.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So I'll let you drive again. So if you go back to inventory, the item master list, you'll see that you now have 2 of whatever we ordered from Drew in stock. What did we order? I forgot.
We ordered 2 capes, 2 boxes of capes, exam capes. Now, I was just looking for those, and we couldn't
So
come up.
so if you click on today's activity, there's a blue box there. Okay. All right. So that'll show us that it was item ID 906757,
Okay.
and you received it. You know.
So yeah, because I just
211.
did that today.
Right.
So.
Right. So that tells us the item ID. So I'm going to apologize. I hope I don't grab it too many times. But if you just like make a copy of this, I just highlighted it and then right-clicked and did copy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back to inventory, item master list, and we search for that number. Okay. And we probably had 250 in stock, and now we added 2. Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Why is this? Okay, so what is all of these extra ones down here? What's this 10, 10, 10? What is that?
Yeah, we did an import of your items from an Excel spreadsheet, and we imported it multiple times by mistake. So we can go through and clean this all up. We can purge out your data.
Okay, because I think what happened with the spreadsheet that we sent you was like a year's worth of inventory that we ordered throughout a year. So probably you just entered it as you saw it. Now I'm thinking.
Right.
Or maybe upload it directly into it just like that. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Right. I'm like, what is this? But that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. See how it says original import? So those are all coming from that spreadsheet. It just accidentally, we did it multiple times. Right. And the item might have been, like you said, Zalman, the item might have been in the spreadsheet multiple times too. So it's like,
yeah, I know the way I had it downloaded was by the year thing. What I've ordered over the last year for one particular site, so it's going to be multiple.
Okay.
Initially something like cakes, that's something I order frequently.
But this is just a test system anyways, so we don't really care what's in here. Okay. We'll create a live system for you. And like I said, where did we make that spreadsheet? Well, let's make another one. If you click on utilities and then import export, and then if you export that master catalog, that very first one, yeah. And then go ahead and pick Snellville in that box. And then download inventory.
I need to open?
Yeah, sure. Either one, open or save. But eventually we want to see it anyways. That's okay. Yeah, just click OK. Just click yes. Unable to read the file. Huh, why? Okay, click OK. So if you like Alt Tab back to Inventory Pro or minimize this. Let's do the download inventory again. Just that button, yeah. And click Save this time. And then let's open the folder, I guess, or open. See that warehouse? It's blue. It's hot back. Yeah. See if you can just double click on it and open it.
Same thing. This is warehouse is in a different format.
Yeah. Try to open it. Just click yes. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So this time it worked. Okay. So I don't know if you remember this or not. But this is where I suggested that we hide columns D, E, F, G, H, I, all the way over to, I forget what it is, but yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Somewhere there's an in-stock number,
A.
like AC or something. Yeah, there you go. Oop, go back. Yeah, one more. Okay, so if you go to AB and then you hide them.
So I click.
Yeah. Okay. So now, if you might want to turn on grid lines with this, just so you can get a better feel for. The other thing you might want to. I'm sorry.
How you turn the grid lines on? Add the grid lines.
I think you do. See format as table maybe. Up on that ribbon. Maybe not. Click, or maybe click on View up at the very top.
What?
Or Page Layout. I bet it's Page Layout. It's either Page Layout or View.
Oh, there it is. Grid line.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Okay. So if you printed this out, or you went around with a PC or something, you can do your inventory with this sheet. Okay? You just have to change all those zeros to be whatever you have in stock.
Okay.
And then we'll import the sheet back in, and your starting inventory will be right. And then we just need to start sending POs to your vendors and receiving and issuing, and basically you're done.
Okay, so you're saying use this sheet to do a manual inventory?
Right.
Go around and then just to get an idea of what we actually have in stock. Kind of write that all down, then import.
And then as people as people go up to the attic and take stuff out, we need to come up with a process to either have them write it down so Felicia can issue it out, or put a laptop or something up there so that people can issue items out. I'm not quite sure what you want to come up with for a process.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Right. I mean,
we hadn't defined it 100%. I would prefer to do the scan. Like I just told you about, having under each product having like a little label, and every time, and just have one person in charge of what goes in and what comes out of the inventory.
Sure.
But I mean, that's not always possible, and I understand that, because what if that that lead person who's in charge of that is out for the day? That means somebody else can go up there and do, so we just got to work on fine-tuning that part of it.
What you could do maybe is I don't know if it's Felicia or not, but whoever the person that's going to be receiving and issuing the inventory out, we can clearly train on how to do those PO receives.
Oh, definitely. We definitely need training, because we're going to, like I said, we got 3 other locations, so we're going to have a team lead in each location that's going to be responsible for that receiving, receiving and ordering from those locations. But again, the orders, they will order from those locations, but they'll still come through me. So I still have to make sure that, and then I will be the one they will let me know what we're low on or whatever. I'm guessing that's how it goes. But based on the thing, won't I automatically know? Will it give me a
you will.
Set up some type of alarm when it gets to my minimum?
Yeah, it will. You can. What you can do, there's reports here. You can run an items to order report. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's under purchasing. Sorry.
Let me ask you this. In your experience, since you are the inventory pro here, right? What have you seen most people do in a situation like that? When you have, 3 or 4 offices, you got to get supplies in and out to each one of these offices. What is the best system to control that?
Well,
Scan system probably the best way that you found, or what?
yeah, I think, well, like you said, I think if you're going to have a key operator at each of your facilities, and they're there, let's say they're there, if it's a 52-week year, they're going to be there, let's say, 47 weeks of the time. We need to come up with some sort of a paper process or a backup user that will fill the gaps. So if, say, she calls in sick or he calls in sick, you obviously can't just shut down your operation. You want either to have, what we can do is print out like an order sheet where people write down the item ID and the quantity they took.
Okay. So that we go back to more of a manual system in the event that the normal people who would do this
right.
are not around.
And we want to make it as simple as possible. Like if you have a dock that goes into that closet or that attic, he is not going to have any patience, or at least the docks I know, for signing inventory out.
Right.
But
I agree with that.
So we have we have an orthopedic system that we've had for years, and they did print labels for their products. And when somebody they had like durable medical equipment, DME stuff. Mm-hmm. And when they used something, they would just take the peel and stick label off of the box and put it on a sheet and say, I took this item. So that was one advantage. Their items are maybe more expensive and less quantity than you're doing. So it might not be a process that's perfect for you. I'm just saying this is the process they use. So they would have plus they, let's say they had 50 different offices spread out around Texas. Literally, what they would do is peel and stick those labels onto like an issue sheet, and then they would fax that issue sheet back to headquarters, in your case Snellville, and someone in Snellville would issue out those items. And on the label was a barcode. It was a serialized barcode number. So all you had to do was scan the barcode, and we knew exactly what it was that they were issuing out. Okay? So like durable medical, it could be some sort of a leg splint or a cast or, a crutch or all sorts of different orthopedic stuff. So all the people at the remote sites did was put that sticker on a piece of paper, and at the end of the day they faxed it back, and then the headquarters people would scan and issue that inventory out. And then let's see if I can, what we had was, we have a report that automatically runs at night, and it shows what was consumed the previous day at each facility, and basically what was consumed would basically be a one-for-one that needed to be replenished. So if you used 5 widgets, the system would automatically generate a report the next day to send 5 widgets to, Mohs Surgery number 1 facility where they had used them. So we can set up a process, a report that runs at night that shows what got consumed basically at each of your sites, and automatically generates a report that says you need to send this to, these items to this site, those items to that other site. So it's all kind of automated. And then I'm not quite sure, how do you, are most of these items like you can fit like a day's worth of stuff in a cardboard box? or would you put them in totes, or how would you get stuff from Snellville to your remote sites?
Oh, I'd have them shipped directly from the distributor.
Oh, okay. So I was
Yeah,
kind of under the impression that everything would come into your attic, and then you would replenish the remote sites from your attic. Okay.
Yeah, there are some items, and there has been, but we're trying to get away from that. There was, we have two offices that are about 9 miles apart, which is not that far apart. So
right.
Sometimes there are items that come into the main office where I'm located, which is in our Snellville office, where I'm at most of the time, and I'll have it come to this office, and then I'll take it to the other office. There are a few items that I've done that for, but we're trying to get away from that altogether. So for the most part, we're having everything shipped directly from the distributor or from the manufacturer directly to the warehouse or directly to the office.
Okay.
So basically, all they need to give me is what they need to order, and then I will put out the order, and then it will come to them.
Okay.
And then
well, here,
we'll show them how to receive it.
Right. So if we get them to automatically issue, like to scan the items out, okay, we can automatically generate purchase orders at night for you, so that when you come in the next morning, you can approve them and send them to Drew and wherever the different. I'm not quite sure how many vendors you have, but
that makes it more simple because yeah, I'm looking for, like you just said, the simpler the better. So yeah, if we could just get the system to where these 3 locations, or 3 locations, or basically 4 locations, if they will just tell me, I guess electronically, how we're going to do it electronically. I guess we're talking through the Scantron, right? Through scanning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can. We can get each site a scanner, and then they just, scan the barcode and.
For them to tell me what we need.
Well,
by scanning. What if somebody?
They're basically telling you what they used every time they scan something out, and so you're going to replenish basically what they used. So if they used 5 of something and 4 of something else, the system will automatically. Well, there's a couple different ways we could do it. If you go back to the item master list, inventory, and then item master list, if you see that reorder level column, which is like 2/3 of the way over on any one of those item IDs. If you click one of those item IDs reorder level, yeah, any one of them. Okay. So this is where we set up, the reorder point is when you reach, it's like the minimum. So say you set it to 5 for each of those 4 facilities, but the economic order is 10. So when you get here, I'll just do this. So let's say we want to fill to, which is your busiest place?
Snellville.
Oh, okay. So let's say we want to fill to 20 here, and then 10, 10, 10. Okay. I'm going to save. Okay. So I guess we could run through a thing here, but maybe I don't need to. If so, say Snellville has 10 of these things in stock, and they issue out 1 or 2 today, that would take them down to 9 or 8 in stock, which is greater than the min. So we wouldn't generate a PO that day.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say they issued out 3 the next day, and they did reach the min point, which is 5.
Mhm.
Then we would generate a purchase order to order 20 more. Because if we order 10, we're not going to reach the fill-to of 20. So if we have 5, we're going to order 20 more, and we're going to have 25 in stock. If no more get used, if they like show up the very next day, and nothing gets used.
Okay.
So does that make sense? So
Yeah.
So what we can do is go through on that spreadsheet that we have. If we unhide these columns, I'm not very good with this. How do you unhide columns?
You got it?
Do you know how to do it, Felicia?
Click on it. Click on the one that you want.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You don't have it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So even in this sheet, we have those levels. So if you, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Here's the fill to in the economic order and the reorder at. So this is the min. This is what you want to fill it to, and this is what you want to order in units of. Okay?
Okay.
So this doesn't have to be perfect on day 1, Zalman. We can figure these out, these 3 columns over time. Because the reason that the economic order is, greater than 1 is usually because you get a cost benefit if you order a certain number. You get a 5% discount if you order 10.
Oh, that's what that is about.
Right.
But we don't. I don't really have to go by that, though, right?
No, you don't. You can order whatever you want to order, but
You really can go by the reorder number and the field sheet.
Right. Yeah, if you set all of these economic orders to 1, then it's just going to go by whatever you have here. If you have reorder at 5 and fill to 15, with an economic order number of 1, you're going to order 10 every time you hit 5. Does it make sense?
Okay. Right.
But
and I can for the office that I'm ordering for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. These are all. If we flip back to, these are all by warehouse. So it's
Okay.
the same item ID. So the reorder points can be different. Well, we kind of did it here. We're filling to 20 at Snellville because we use more, and we only filled to 10 at these other 3 because they use less.
Right.
So,
okay.
and we could, if we made these all 1s, then.
Okay.
And then what the system will do is there's a utility out here. Where am I going to get it? Restocking POs, okay? It's called restocking POs. So what it does is it goes out and it looks at all your inventory at all your warehouses, and it's, based on, because we just set that for that 1 item. Mm-hmm. So it's saying, we don't have any available. We're supposed to reorder at 5. We're supposed to fill to 20, so let's order 20. And it's going to be this PO number. Okay. And then do you want to order it? Okay. And then you can just click Create Purchase Order. And then boom, there's your purchase order. Okay, for 20 of those units. and there's a default supplier that's on the part, and we can change that to be whoever you want to order it from for that part. I should have clicked that once. So now I'm going to drill into that item ID. There's a supplier in here, okay? So you can say whoever you want to order it from by default.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Have I reached the threshold of shut up, Ben? You told us too much.
I got that with what you were saying so far. I mean, I don't know. You got any more questions?
I do have a question, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point because you said you do usually use PO, so it wouldn't matter. Because I think to receive it in, if you don't have a PO, isn't it a little bit different than what you did?
Not much, but it's the if you go to inventory and you want to receive without a PO, there's just a receive stock menu choice here.
Mm-hmm.
So you just click that, and it basically brings you into the exact same grid that you had for the PO, but you just go and pick your item ID or type it in or scan it.
Okay. So I think we put exam case.
Mm-hmm.
And you say how many you're gonna receive and where you're gonna put them.
Uh-huh. And then you hit receive, and that's you're done.
And then boom, you're done.
Okay. But you use POs within that. I was just curious about that.
Okay.
So this is like if you need to make an adjustment, you know, somebody forgot to receive them or somebody sent them back. I don't know. This is how you do it without a PO, though. It's very similar. You end up. So I forget what. So if we go back to inventory, I think you're going to find this today's activity to be very useful. So this is the item that we just received 5 of. Okay. And you can see over here, it's you can put reason codes on all your receives. Most of them are going to be PO receives, and then it'll show you the PO you received against. But in this case, this receipt we just did was a physical inventory, and it just assigned it an adjustment code, which is a sequential number. Okay. So that's how you can tell it was, you know, received differently than a PO.
Huh?
So what would you say is the most important thing to do right now? Is to do the physical inventory count?
Well, you know what I would do, Felicia, if I was you, I would play with this a little bit and make sure you can, you know, get comfortable with receive, and you can do the same thing with issue. If you need to issue stock out, which means basically consume it, like you sent it to, you know, you used it in one of your exam rooms or sent it to a different place, you can come in and consume it. I forget which one had the actual inventory.
So this is what the
So if I take something out of the attic, okay,
Right.
and in my Snellville office, if I take a box of cakes out of the attic in my Snellville office and take it into an exam room and fill my exam room with that, then I would do an issue that I'm issuing that to.
Right, right. And what we could do, how many exam rooms do you have?
In our Snellville office, we have 12. It just depends on the office.
Okay, so what I would probably do is make a list of adjustment codes, okay? And what we could do would be to add a new adjustment code, and I would call it, is it like exam room 1?
Yeah, that just made something more complicated. Because what we were talking about before, it seemed like things were getting clearer. Now it just got cloudy again.
I don't think, I don't, well, hold on for just a sec. Hold on for, I don't think I'm, hopefully I'm not confusing this too much. So if we go back to issue stock, now there's a reason code here that you're sending it to exam room 1.
Okay, so then we never talked about this. So this is, we should be doing this anytime we take something out of the attic, because remember we talked about scanning it?
Right. Right.
So that's in place of that.
Because we don't have anything to scan right now.
Oh, okay.
So this is manually.
Right. Right.
Oh, so it's the same okay. So okay, now that makes sense. So, but this is
okay.
It's the same thing. It's just a different process.
Right. Right. Okay. So hold on just a sec. Let me hopefully I'm not going to complicate life too much here. So let's say Felicia has a smartphone. Come on. So there's the mobile interface, which is like the barcode scanner interface. Oh shoot, we didn't turn it on. I'll turn this on. Let me go to a different one. This is our test site. So on your smartphone, how do I shrink this? So this is really a lot easier, Felicia. So you log in and you pick your warehouse. It would be like Snellville and okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry. And then you would just say issue stock. And this is where you can scan your item ID, or you can just pick it. And then you can say, I'm taking 2. And then you could say, we would have a reason code like exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, or whatever. We don't have to make it that complicated. We can just say that it was used in exam room. We could make a really generic one that says used in exam room.
Or in clinic.
Or yeah, right. And then you just click issue. But forget the fact that I jumped to a different system and it's a little bit more. This one has serial numbers and stuff, which I don't think you're going to have. But this you can do on this you can do on like an iPad or an iPhone. You know.
So we could have like an iPad up in the attic where the supplies are. And anytime somebody takes it, they have to go on the iPad and do the issue thing.
Right.
I'm cool with
Exactly.
that. That may be better than the scan. What?
It is really easy. You know, you don't really need the scanner. I mean,
when I say that, because you don't have to buy another system.
Right. I mean, you can get a scanner, but you really, technically, you don't need it.
Ah, okay. So this would be in place of that. Okay.
So you have 2 interfaces. You have this one that runs on smartphones and tablets, and receive and issue and PO receive are all really simple on these screens.
Okay.
So what I would do, Felicia, is I'll turn on this I'll get the guys to turn on mobile on your test system, and then I would just get really comfortable. You know, do a receive, do an issue, create a PO, receive against the PO, issue out. You know, what you're doing, there's not very many steps, and it's really quite easy. I would just get comfortable with it. And then once you're comfortable, then I would probably do the physical inventory.
Okay.
And we'll input because once you do the physical inventory, you really want to start using the system.
Exactly.
Because if you don't, you're going to get behind, and then you're going to have to do the physical inventory again. So you want, you know, let's do another training session or 2 and play with this, get really comfortable with it, and then we'll do the physical inventory and get Snellville going
Okay.
And then once you get really comfortable with Snellville, then we'll start rolling it out to the other ones. What you're
Okay.
doing is really easy. You know, really easy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm getting comfortable now with it. So let's do this, because I'm going to be out Friday, Monday. Can we do another one Thursday next week?
Yeah, I'm here.
This week or next week?
Next week.
Sure, absolutely.
Because I'm going to be out of the office a couple of days. So give us a couple of days. What you just talked about, the receive issue and the purchase orders, and then we'll meet again, talk again next Thursday. What's a good time?
Let me look. I think I'm pretty. Well, let me look. Next Thursday. I'm wide open.
I think I am too. Hold on. Thursday is the 13th. Yep, I'm good. I'll do like so.
What time?
Time 2 o'clock.
Okay, I'll send you an invite.
Thanks. Send one to Felicia too.
Yep, I will.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Okay, so I recorded this again, so I'll convert it and I'll upload it to YouTube and I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Talk to you
Have a
next
good
week.
one.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Thanks.